We live in one of America's best states for outdoor recreation. From our majestic mountains and forests to our deserts and wide open spaces, this is Get Outdoors with Mike Russell. KTAR News on 92.3 FM.
Right, let's light this candle. Hey, have you followed us on Facebook yet? Get out to facebook.com/GetOutdoorsAZ. That's facebook.com/GetOutdoorsAZ, or on Twitter @GetOutdoorsAZ, or on Instagram, GetOutdoorsAZ. Now, what I'm going to have you do, last week I introduced this. I made this big announcement about a big event that we have coming up at the end of the summer. Okay? Right before fall hunting, it is a perfect time to have an event like this. So what I want you to do is I want you to text the word EXPO to 411-923. That's text the word EXPO to 411-923. That's EXPO. You're going to get a little splash back there, a little link to hit on, and it's going to take you to the Arizona Sportsman EXPO ticket purchasing page. You can get your tickets unless you're a veteran or a kid. By the way, veteran and active military, free, gratis. Just go ahead and show up. Other than that, I think we're at like $10. It's absolutely nothing. There is 3 amazing days. August 7th, 8th, and 9th. Mark your calendars. August 7th, 8th, and 9th at Westworld of Scottsdale. Not in those big tents that don't have AC. I'm talking about the big halls, even the one with the rodeo arena in it. That's right. We are bringing the heat. The Arizona Sportsman's Expo. Now, I say Arizona, and I get fired up about Arizona because this is Arizona specific. You're not going to find stuff outside of Arizona. This is Arizona outdoors right here. Camping, fishing, hunting, hiking, boating, RVing, all outdoors, all Arizona. Here's the best part, and the part that I'm most excited about, is that we make this event. And when I say we, KTAR, Arizona Sports, ESPN Phoenix, right? Pretty good lineup right there. The Arizona Republic, all right? Our Entertainment. Our Entertainment is the group that puts on Barrett Jackson and the Phoenix Open, okay? They know how to put on one heck of an event. 5 major brands in Arizona, 5 major organizations in Arizona coming together to put on one heck of an event at Westworld of Scottsdale. 300,000 square feet of air-conditioned awesomeness is what this is going to be. And I'm excited to be a part of it. So what we've done is made this all about families. That's right. My goal in this, and I guess I should put myself in there with the KTAR lot. My goal in this was to look at my children when we drive away and ask them, do you want to do this again next year? And they say yes. They don't think about it. They want to do this. Check this out. We're going to have for the kids. Archery for the kids. Introduction to the cool little Matthews bows for the kids. Absolutely amazing bows. And they're going to be shooting at 3D targets. Right? They're actually going to be shooting at critter targets, not just circle targets where yawn, yay. They actually get the feel of the hunt. It's pretty exciting for the kiddos. We're going to have mutton busting. Mutton busting is a blast for the little kids. They get in full bull riding regalia and get in the chute. I mean, it's all pro. It is all pro bull riding, but they're riding a sheep. And it's a blast, and they just kind of hobble along, and it's one of the cutest things you're ever going to see in your life, and your kids are going to have a ball doing it. It's just so much fun. We are going to have live animals. We're going to have an area where the kids are going to learn how to make bow drills. They're going to learn cool camping stuff, cool fire making. They're going to learn it all. They are going to have hands-on with all of this. There's going to be the dock dogs. How about that? These guys, if you haven't seen the dock dogs, it's so much fun. It's so much fun to watch. It's so much fun to see these dogs fly like Superman. There's going to be great food. There's going to be great vendors. There's going to be, by the way, there's going to be a Polaris track, yes, that you can drive side-by-sides, and a Chevy and a Dodge track. Go test out the new trucks. How cool is this? Oh, by the way, are you into RVing or thinking about getting into RVing? Yeah. The Arizona Republic is bringing an entire RV fleet down there. Most of them are going to be hooked up, by the way, to full RV hookups. You get to get in and tear through these things and really check them out and see if it's something that's for you. They're going to have experts there answering your questions. It's going to be a great time for mom and dad. We're going to have 2 stages. That's 2, not just 1 stage. We are going to have experts in hunting, optics, camping, survival. We're going to have everything. Game and Fish will have their very own stage. Oh, did I not mention them? This entire thing is presented by Arizona Game and Fish Department, so you know we're going to bring the best. They'll have their own stage, by the way, where they're going to have biologists. They're going to have live animals. They are going to have people from Operation Game Thief. They are going to have people running seminars on their stage round the clock 3 days, August 7th, 8th, and 9th at West World of Scottsdale for the Arizona Sportsman EXPO. And if you heard this last week, I apologize. I want to make sure the word gets out. Go ahead and type the word EXPO to 411-923. That's EXPO to 411-923, and we're going to get you hooked up like cable. We're going to get you all the information on it. And understand, it's August. Hot. Actually, hotter than it is now, if you can imagine. Good night, it is hot outside right now. But if you can imagine in August how hot it is to be able to spend the day with the family for relatively nothing and air-conditioned greatness, having fun, running around, having a good time, it's gonna be a good time. Trust me, I have been a big part of putting this together, and I'm a dad. I've got a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old at home. I want this to be an amazing experience for them. So trust me, we're going to put this together. Your kids are going to like it, and you're going to as well. We're going to have the fishing clinics. They're going to be able to fish as well. So the kids get to fish with the kids' fishing pond. There's just always something to do. It's just so exciting, so much fun. So bring the whole family down there. Text the word EXPO to 411-923, and we're going to get you hooked up. But how about we hook you up right now? This is what we're going to do. We are going to get I'm going to ask the AZ Firearms crew to come in here a little bit early because I want to talk to Dan Todd. I want to talk to Dan Todd about Father's Day, and I want to talk to Dan Todd about firing out in the desert because we're seeing fires now. We're in our wildfire season, and it is we have the potential for it to be a very bad wildfire season, and how target shooting can actually lead to big, dangerous fires and what to do. So I want to bring them in here next. Then I want to talk to them about, I think, one of the biggest things that stops people from going into a gun shop. Even if you're getting into hunting, it's a tough thing to go in a gun shop when you don't know how to act. How about that? When you actually don't know how to act, you don't know proper etiquette. I know that would intimidate me. I've been lucky enough to be around guns. My grandfather got me into guns, so I kind of know that etiquette and taking the hunter safety courses and all of that. I get it. But some people don't. And going into a gun shop, what's the etiquette? What's actually expected of you from the gun shop owners? So Dan and Chery Todd are going to join us from AZ Firearms, as they do every single week. Then, I am fascinated by this, and please be a nerd with me. I really love this stuff because it's so fascinating. We have the coolest state. We have the coolest state for wildlife. We have the coolest state for plant life. How many times have you been out hunting, hiking, camping, and wondered, can I eat that? Is that edible? Have you ever been lost and thought, uh-oh, what do I do now? Can I eat? Where do I get water? Maybe I was injured and I got a big cut. I saw people rub plants on it. Which plants can I do? We're bringing Todd Justice back in, and Todd Justice has 20 plants that he's going to put up on his Facebook page. 20 plants that we are going to either, I don't know, I'm sure he's going to make me rub some on my skin, and then we're going to eat some as well. And we're going to have full descriptions of what they look like, where you can find them. Really, really cool stuff. And if you miss any of this, by the way, fear not. Just get to KTAR.com and get to the Get Outdoor Show page. We podcast every single episode. So let's get on it. We're going to talk shooting in the desert and the wildfire risk that accompanies that with Dan Todd from AZ Firearms next.
Get outdoors. KTAR News on 92.3 FM and KTAR.com.
All right, you got to get all over that. Text the word EXPO to 411-923 to get hooked up like cable. All of the great stuff. You get your tickets for the expo happening the 7th, 8th, and 9th of August at Westworld of Scottsdale. This is the Arizona Sportsman's Expo. Everything Arizona, all the time. Outdoors, dogs, and tracks to drive stuff around. This is going to be a great time. Text EXPO to 411-923. I invited our friends from AZ Firearms and azfirearms.com in a little bit early today because there's two things that I want to discuss. One, Father's Day is tomorrow, and I'm very excited about that. So, kiddos, I know you're listening right now. I want you to grab mommy. I want you to make sure that she takes you to AZ Firearms and gets daddy that 1911 that he wants, okay? make sure that you make that happen. But yesterday, and I always feel like I miss out on things when it's Saturday. I missed out on the Father's Day special that you guys had going on, but you guys are being cool and you're going to help our listeners out, right?
Right, because we love our listeners.
Yeah.
And if anybody goes in today and says they heard about it on the show, you too can get our Father's Day special, which is 10% off of any gift card at any amount.
Right.
So basically what that does is it puts the entire store on sale at 10% off.
Exactly. And what it does even more importantly is gun purchasing is a very private thing. It's a very personal, not private. It's a very personal thing. So don't just assume dad wants that gun or dad wants that brand of gun, that style of gun, the size of gun. The gift card is such a genius idea, and then your dollar goes even further with the 10% off.
Absolutely. And, there's a myth out there that guys don't like to shop. Come on. I work in a gun store. Guys love to shop for their own guns.
Come on, Dan. It's not shopping when you're selecting a gun. It's a very personal thing. It's not shopping. Men don't shop.
That's an investment strategy. That's not.
That's right.
To do.
That's right.
Pardon me.
It's like Harry Potter and the wand. The gun picks you.
Clearly, I misspoke.
So you have to. We're not shopping. You're just waiting for a gun to jump off at you and say, take me home.
Take me home.
And
We're supposed to be together.
We have a lot of that will do that, and the cards don't expire, so you don't.
That's a good note.
It's good for forever.
And give me the address so everybody knows where to go to get these gift cards.
We're at 215 East Western Avenue in Avondale, and you can also look us up online always, and you can buy them online at azfirearms.com.
But you have to mention the show. You got to mention the show. KTAR or Get Outdoors is going to clear you both ways. It's all good, and then you guys can get a 10% discount. That's awesome.
I'm gonna share a little secret that's just between us. Okay, so lean into the radio.
All right, come on, here we go.
We have an auction house and a gun store at the same address, and you can use these gift cards at either location.
That is so awesome.
Right? I didn't even know that. That's great.
He did know that.
The owner of the store. I had no idea we were so cool. Wow. All right. Well, that's good. And your auction house is legit, by the way. If it's pot of gold liquidation, estate liquidation.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay,
you got it. And we sell guns, coins, jewelry, antiques, collectibles, ammo, the whole everything.
I have seen, by the way, if you drive down I-10 at the Avondale Auto Mall and you see the Dodge dealership and there's a green truck looking like it's going both directions, it's like a two-headed truck.
Push me, pull
They
you.
got that from your auction.
They did indeed.
They have everything at your auction. First time I went in there, there was a Formula One car. I saw the oldest Dodge Brothers car there. What year was that thing?
16 or so. 14?
You guys have it all. I got to dress up in knight armor and chainmail and all this. So much fun. I just go there and play.
We've got a picture of that.
They keep asking. Are you going to buy something, dude? No. Nope. Just here to try and play with all the fun gear. Thanks so much. Holy mackerel. But get down to AZ Firearms and go to azfirearms.com, and you're going to find the right stuff for Dad for tomorrow. Hey, look, I understand that. Sometimes it sneaks up on us, and whoa, we didn't do anything for Dad. This is a great thing to do for Dad. Dan, I want to change my focus over to you because you are our expert when it comes to all things firearms. It is hot outside. And when I say it's hot, I mean surface of the sun hot out there. Things are dry. We're looking for some rain. We're needing some rain. But we also want to get out there and target shoot. We want to get out in the desert. It's early morning. I understand that. But still, things are dry out there. So we're hearing a lot of things about target shooting and fires. I understand that a gun gets hot. I understand the shell casing might be hot. But how are we starting fires by target shooting?
There's a lot of times people don't think about that, and it's real important right now. The case that comes out of an automatic weapon or a semi-automatic weapon, that's very hot. And if it touches a dry branch, it could very well go off. Laying your barrel beside a bush could cause the gun to go off.
Oh, yeah, the gun rest.
Fire.
Yeah.
But mainly, too, the ricocheting from the bullets definitely cause fires. We have caused a fire shooting like that, but we take shovels and fire extinguishers with us anytime we shoot, so we can put the fire out quickly.
And I think that's the biggest takeaway from this all. Look, you can if you do it safely, and there's some restrictions, by the way. And you got to check with the state websites, okay? But there are some places that just ban it at this time. But if it's not, and you're going to a place where you can target shoot, have the right precautions. Have the shovel, have water, have everything you need to put out anything that starts. See smoke, address it immediately.
Sure, if you do it quick, you can catch it before anything happens. So. Real important.
All right, now let's do this. There was a break-in.
Yes.
There was a break-in at AZ Firearms.
There was.
We are going to get to that here in a moment because we're going to talk about gun shop etiquette. That is a breach of etiquette.
That's bad etiquette.
More with AZ Firearms when we come back.
This is Get Outdoors with Mike Russell, KTAR News on 92.3 FM.
All right, now how mean was that? I leave you through one of the longest breaks that we have on the show saying that AZ Firearms was broken into. We'll get back to it next. What in the heck happened? I don't like to get calls like this from you guys. If you guys are calling, I think we're doing something fun, and it's totally awesome, and then nonsense. What happened?
Well, we've been there almost 9 years, and we've never had a problem. So much of that is due to the amazing Avondale Police Department, and they have such good eyes on us, 24/7, 365. We have a lot of security measures in place that help prevent against these kinds of things. But, every once in a while, there is just some Yahoo out there.
Idiot.
Thank you. Who...
I put POS on Facebook. If you guys want to figure out what that means, I just said POS.
I don't think
Go
it's
ahead.
point of sale.
No, not point of sale.
But so he really went through quite a bit to pry bars loose, crawl through broken glass. But everything he did left evidence behind, and that's exactly why he's caught already and doesn't even know it.
That's right.
But he's caught.
You're gonna get him. That's right. You're gonna get him.
Totally
I like it.
caught.
We got great video. We've got DNA. We've got a beautiful picture of him. So
nice.
He'll come out of hiding and they'll catch him.
We'll get him.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get him.
Anyway, and it happens. It doesn't matter what city you're in. Doesn't matter what you do. It's gonna happen. And it could have been worse. And we are really in such good hands with the police department. They're so attentive, and it's okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
But bad etiquette.
That's bad etiquette.
But it's very bad etiquette. Look at you double segueing, in stereo segueing. So what I want to talk about, because I think one of the things, it isn't the thing, and I don't think it's the number one thing that would intimidate someone from going into a gun shop is not knowing the etiquette, is not knowing proper etiquette when you go into a gun shop. And somebody, I wouldn't even know how to act in a gun shop, so I'm not going to go. Right?
Like, are there do's and don'ts, or are there not?
Sure.
A lot of people just don't even know that, so they think, well, I don't even want to bother with trying to figure it out. I'm just not going to go. And then I had an interesting opportunity that I was invited to be a secret shopper.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I got to be on the other side of the counter.
Oh, at a gun shop you were a secret shopper.
At 4 different gun shops.
What?
But in a different state. So everybody else out there, you just calm down.
Yeah, don't worry about it, everybody. Come on now.
So yeah, we went into 4 different gun shops, and it was very, very interesting to watch how other stores handle customers and how other customers behave, pretty much based on how the staff sets the tone.
Okay.
So it made me very proud of our staff, of course, because they are so awesome. But I also picked up a few pointers, and that's when I already had that in my mind. And then I saw this cool article from Concealed Nation that just kind of broke it down into bullet points. And I was like, you know what? That's a cool thing to talk about. Let's kind of walk through it.
I haven't looked at it yet because I was afraid that one thing that I do was going to be on here is not drool on the case.
You know what? That should be number 11.
A lot of salivating.
We're going to put that onto number 11.
Because I get really excited when I see.
We wash the case after every person leaves. So
okay, thank you. Good. All right, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Once again, Dan and Chery Todd here with AZ Firearms. AZFirearms.com. They got a great Father's Day special going on just for our listeners. They expanded to today. Get on to azfirearms.com or get down to their store. Will you get 10% off of gift cards, and a gift card for Dad from AZ Firearms, just bananas good idea. Let's get back into some etiquette. What do you guys see? Is there something that you see all the time? And I mean all the time.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the number one etiquette to me. It's not one on the list. Is safety first. So if you're going to come in with a firearm, please make sure, double check to make sure they're unloaded. And the best way to bring them in is in a case if you can.
Okay.
We have had several guns walk in our store that have been checked and they were loaded, ready to fire.
Whoa.
So if you don't know about your gun, have us come out. We'll come to your car and we will check the gun for you if you're not familiar with it, and make sure safety first.
Yes. Okay. That's a good one. I like that. All right.
Well, and going along with safety, I think that something that happens just in the course of handling a firearm, and of course everybody's like, well, clearly it's unloaded because I'm in a gun store. You always have to think about your guns as loaded. But sweeping is the one phrase for it, or covering is another phrase for it, where that barrel, the end of that gun is just all over the room. It's just pointing at things and people. And, it's such a easy mistake to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if you always handle a gun as though it could go off at any moment, because every gun is loaded all the time, that's the mindset you have, the 5 safety rules, then you will handle it properly, and you will watch where that barrel is pointing. And you're wanting to turn it this way and that way, and you want to see all the different gadgets on the gun.
Let's be real. We want to see how it looks in our hand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Good on the
that.
Facebook picture, right?
That's true. But that was one thing that was consistent in the secret shopping, is that we were just being swept like crazy by the staff.
By the staff?
Yeah.
Like the staff didn't know that.
And then the customer next to us, because
because they see the staff's doing it, and they don't really think we're paying attention.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So it's important because it's an unsettling feeling, you know, to be swept with a gun. So that, I think, is probably the number one thing that happens everywhere, and just something to be aware of. It's not like we're going to freak out and yell at you or kick you out of the store or anything, but we should be modeling it. Our staff should be modeling it for you, the proper way to hold it. And then, if you'll just watch how the staff is handling it and mimic that, the way my staff does it.
Well, let's just say, don't blink. If you're at AZ Firearms, then yes, absolutely, then you can mimic the way the staff is holding, because I know your staff, and they're all pros.
Or ask questions. Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Can I wave this around? No, you cannot.
Can I act
Please
like
stop.
Joey Dillon and do the trick spinning?
No. Which one is for spinning? Please don't ask that. Please don't ask that. Yes, because they keep yelling at me every time I go in there. I kid.
It's called the Mike Russell rule.
Yes, that's right. Now, look at one firearm at a time. Does the staff completely control this? Because that makes total sense to me. It's not like I'm taking a bunch of shirts into a dressing room. These are firearms.
We try to make sure that it's one gun at a time. Now, there are some times when you might want to feel the difference between two guns.
Right.
We usually have 2 staff there when that happens, so that each gun can be monitored by that staff, because it's very important that we don't want the guns to get mishandled.
Sure.
And so one gun is the rule.
Okay, one gun at a time, and it just makes sense. It really does, and you're gonna know. And like I said, we made a joke in the last segment about a gun choosing its owner, because we don't shop as men. We don't do that. But you'll know it. You feel the gun, and guys, gals, you know exactly what I mean. You hold that gun, you're like, yep. That's exactly what it's supposed to feel like. We're not going to, let me see that one again. And no, that's the one. I love that. What do you got, Jer?
Well, dry firing or slamming the slide, did you hear Dan groan? Like, he literally will just...
The sad thing is I've heard that before.
Yeah. He like flinches every time he hears it. And so you can talk about that one, Dan.
Yeah, you could just ask. Some of the guns it's okay to dry fire. The main thing that really kind of gets you is when they pull the cylinder out of the gun and then swing it back into place. Such bad wear and tear on a gun.
That's what they do in the movies.
In the movies, they do it.
Yes, they do it on TV. It looks so cool when they do that.
Yes. So please,
ask.
That's
hard on the gun, especially if it's a brand new gun and we want to sell it as a brand new gun.
Yeah, I would like to feel this gun to see how the trigger pull is. Yes, you know what? Point the gun over here, check to make sure it's empty, and go ahead and dry fire that gun. You don't want to do it to any 22 long rifle type guns. because it does damage the chamber, the edge of the chamber. But
Okay.
as
So
far
just
as
Well, that's
ask
good to know.
permission.
Right.
Ask what you should do, because I want to feel the trigger pull. Because some things, especially for someone of a small stature, maybe I don't have a lot of hand strength, how hard it is to pull the trigger back, or how hard it is to rack the slide.
backing the slide is very
Yeah.
important.
We need to know that. We need to feel that. So snap caps.
And another, yes, we have snap caps available for every gun. The other thing,
What are snap caps?
snap caps? They are simulated bullets. They're a plastic round that has a spring-loaded primer,
Okay.
so it doesn't damage the firing pin.
Does it go bang?
It doesn't go bang.
Dang
just
I wish
cycles.
it would.
I know, right?
It
You
should
can
make
pull-
noises like zoink.
Yeah.
Pew,
Zoink.
pew.
Zoink.
Does it say
Yes.
pew?
Oh, I'm going to invent that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Zoink. What's zoink?
Zoink. What are we watching? Batman?
Yes.
Zowie. Pow.
So
Exactly.
anyway, one other thing that just come to my mind is a person trying to take a gun apart without asking.
Oh my goodness.
Now, we've had some people that took a gun apart that couldn't put it back together, and I really think that you should ask before that.
Well, yeah.
Before any
Okay.
time.
In your hands, okay, that's rude. I get it. But at your shop, at AZ Firearms, I know you can put together anything. I
Yeah.
know you can. You can handle that. But if you're somewhere else, look, don't just assume that they can put it back together.
Right. And,
Don't.
And just ask, and they'll be glad to help you with it. So that's really important.
And do people ask that often? I've never worked in a gun shop, so I don't know. Can I take this thing apart? Is that common?
Yes, it does happen a lot.
Wow.
There's people that want to take guns apart, and mostly there are people that want to show you they know how to do it.
Okay, right,
But then they find out they don't know how to do it.
Whoops.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So, rather than embarrass anyone, let's just ask and we'll walk you through it. And
Yeah.
I want you to see how the gun functions, and I want you to know everything about the gun. So we will help you do that, but just ask first.
I assume the Austrians with the Glock they knew how it was supposed to work. They fired it before, and it all went to plan. I'm good. I don't need to take it apart. I'm good with that.
Right.
They all have that. And what else do you guys see?
Well, a lot of times people want to come in and they want to haggle over price. And, I'm going to let Dan take that one. Because, we're okay with that because everybody likes a deal. And even, being Dave Ramsey people that we are,
Yeah.
that's one of the things he talks about. He says, go in with cash. Cash is king. And, see if you can get the best deal you can by spending cash.
But you're a retail
But
store.
we're a retail, and we're a small store. We're a mom and pop. So
I just don't get it.
I have to be very careful with that one because I go to a gun show and I'll ask for a bargain.
Right.
I'll ask for a deal.
Right.
But I don't always like it in the store because we price the guns the lowest we can so we don't have to haggle.
Yeah.
I want you to walk in, recognize the price is right, and not have to worry about haggling the price because some people are uncomfortable with that. There are other people that won't buy a gun unless they can haggle. So, it just depends on the gun, how much I paid for it, the situation, if the moon is out. There's so many things that have to do with it.
Right.
I welcome people to haggle, but I also want people to
Respect
understand
if we can't. Yeah.
then we can't.
But a brand new gun versus a pre-owned gun.
A brand new gun is a lot harder to haggle with
Right.
than if
almost a
if
set
it's a
price.
used gun. A used gun we can work with. And another thing, bringing your trade in. There's a lot of haggling room in that, usually in a trade.
Yeah.
So we want to work with you. We want you to have fun when you buy a gun. We don't. It's not like going to a big box store
There you go.
and buying an item, and this is the price. That's it, no matter what. Because what fun is that? I don't go to malls. I hate going to malls.
Amen.
Because you don't see anything unusual.
And you can't buy
dicker.
guns there.
Right, and you can't buy guns.
Totally lame.
We're going to fix that.
That's right.
So anyway, yes, you can haggle.
Okay, this is Dan and Chery Todd from AZ Firearms, and get down to AZ Firearms, get down to AZ Firearms, or go to azfirearms.com. There we go. My head will start working straight here. We're going to get you a last-minute hookup for Father's Day. If you mention the show, you mention KTAR, you're going to get 10% off of any gift card that you buy for any amount. And, by the way, they have ammunition, so it doesn't have to be for a firearm, or it can be used over at their auction house as well. How cool is that? I actually have the chills. That's so cool. I like that. We're talking about gun shop etiquette. Never been to a gun shop before? What to know when you go in there, or if you're an old hat at it, you probably have some bad habits. We're going to break you of next.
Get outdoors with Mike Russell. KTAR News on 92.3 FM.
All right, you can find them at AZ Firearms and azfirearms.com. Get on there for the Father's Day special. That's right, 10% off gift cards. And gift cards can be used for ammunition, firearms, or it can be used over at the auction house, which shares a wall with the stores, with the gun shop. So that is a lot of fun. Follow us, will you? Facebook.com/GetOutdoorsAZ or on Twitter at GetOutdoorsAZ or, Instagram, GetOutdoorsAZ. Make it happen. And text the word Expo to 411-923 to get your tickets for the Arizona Sportsman Expo August 7th, 8th, and 9th at Westworld of Scottsdale. All right, that's it with the housekeeping. Back to gun shop etiquette, because once again, this is not, I don't think it is the reason people don't go into a gun shop, but I think it's part of it. I think they go in not knowing how they are supposed to act around firearms if they have never done so. And we've been talking about etiquette. We've been covering different things. I like this. Have the proper identification with you. Now, when you purchase a firearm, you need ID. So if you're ready to go, you need ID. But there's a lot of people here from different states, different stuff. Help us out.
Well, you need to be an Arizona resident to purchase a gun in the store.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you have a current Arizona driver's license or government photo ID with a correct address on it. If the address is not correct, then we cannot sell you the gun or transfer the gun to you. So if you don't have a current address on your driver's license, we can take a government form of ID such as vehicle registration, a city water bill.
Okay.
It cannot be a rent or lease or anything like that. It has to be something that's government issued. So it can't be Salt River Power, but it could be like Goodyear Water Department or something like that. So you want to make sure you have that, good clear photo ID. And if you have a concealed carry permit, that does help you not have to go through the NICS check. You're already pre-approved for that. So it does make things go a little smoother for you, although the NICS check doesn't take very long. But it's just another speed thing that you can get.
You guys are on fire with those, by the way. I've seen it now 3 times, and you guys, it just zips right through. You guys are doing. You guys
we
are
get
on the ball.
really quick. I mean, guys, it's fun to buy a gun. It's not hard to buy a gun.
It's not. And I think, just knowing that they've got to fill out this federal piece of paperwork.
It's intimidating.
And it's what,
definitely
like
does.
4 pages, but it's really fast, and it's not intrusive, and it's not intimidating. It really isn't. And we'll help you with anything that you're confused about as you're filling out the paperwork. But I just wanted to say that, we are such an area where people love Arizona. They come through with the military. People retire here.
Right.
So we have a lot of transplants. And so we do actually encounter people coming in a lot of times that they haven't updated their photo ID. And so that's just one of the big things to be aware of, to have that done, because you don't want anything standing between you and some time on the range.
Well, I agree with that, and I can't speak for the ladies. I can speak for Dan and I as men. That when we know we are going to get a gun today, we're going gun selecting today.
What was it called? Investment opportunity.
Yes,
What'd you say?
There's no shopping involved. Men don't do that.
Adopt a gun.
Adopt a gun. I like that. Very nice. We go gun adopting. It's gun day, and we get up and we jump up and we're excited to go, and then we find that one and we forgot our ID.
Right.
Yeah, or
That's
you know what?
bummer.
A good thing to do is when you do, you get that excitement. Call ahead.
Yeah.
Say, what do I need to bring with me?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to care. What are they going to? They're going to yell at you.
No.
No, they're not going to laugh at you.
We love questions because, you're knocking down roadblocks before you even get there.
I would say, and the next one I want to get to is treat it like the TSA. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Do not go into a gun shop, and I'm sure this happens, and talk about illegal things. Or give the wink or anything like that.
It's not funny.
No, there's nothing funny about it. It's like going to the airport and saying bomb. You just don't do it. It's not okay. But it happens more than we really want it to.
No, we're NFA, that's National Firearms. We also do machine guns, things like that are registered. And every once in a while I have a customer that comes in that has a concern about a gun that was left by their father that was in World War II, and it may be a full automatic weapon and it doesn't have any registration papers. Feel free to come in and talk to me about that.
That's,
We'll
yeah,
get you,
that is
we'll
great.
Get you the,
That's not what we're talking about when
we'll
we
give
say.
you the best advice,
Mm-hmm.
but we won't. that's all we can do. We're not going to report you. We're not going to. All we're going to do is give you the best advice what you should do if you have that gun.
Right.
And
I
get
mean,
you on
we're
the right
talking
track.
about the guy that comes in and he's all blustery about, my neighbor's cat. I'm going to kill that cat tonight with this gun I'm buying right now. Just don't say stuff like that.
Right.
It's unnecessary. It's not funny, and we can't engage. And if you say anything that causes us to feel like maybe you're not somebody we want to sell a gun to today, we reserve the right to refuse service. And so,
Exactly.
just don't do stuff like that. Now, to piggyback on what Dan was saying, we do a lot of business with people out of California because the same guns have been sitting in the same safe for however many years, 20 years, whatever, and the laws have changed underneath people. And now
That's a
they
good
have
point.
guns that are could cause them to be facing felonies
In California.
Not because anything changed about the gun, not because anything changed about them or their address or anything. It's the laws changed.
Mm-hmm.
And so they get very afraid and they don't know what to do. And so we get calls and emails from them and they are very nervous to divulge information about themselves. And we let them know we are legal to buy those. We
Yeah.
can come right over to your house.
Sure.
We can purchase them for you, remove them from the house. Suddenly, nobody's doing anything illegal anymore.
Exactly. Right.
That's why I say we'll help you through that. So
Yeah.
And that's great. Can I address one? I saw it on the list, and it kind of, I don't know. Because I know that people are paid to be there. There's staff that are paid to be there.
Yes.
So they're not really worried about you hurrying up. But is it good to go into a gun shop kind of knowing which way you're looking towards? If you're looking towards a pistol, a revolver, or what are you looking for?
The first question out of our staff's mouth should be, what are you looking? What would you like to do? What kind of gun are you looking for, and why are you looking for it?
Right. So should I have an idea? Do I feel guilty if I don't know the answer to that?
Not at all, because you might have such a solid idea in your mind that you need a dirty, hairy, pistol. What is it? The 9mm is the most powerful.
44.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm misquoting.
That's okay.
Clint
It's all right.
Eastwood.
Yeah.
Oh no,
And it's a
delete.
revolver.
Sacrilege.
But that's okay. It's okay.
It happens.
So you might think that you know exactly because your neighbor's neighbor told you this is what you need, and it's actually better if you come in with an open mind and just kind of see what is out there, because new guns, new technologies coming out all the time. And if your mind is closed to it or you're not even aware of it, then you're going to miss out on something really cool.
Speaking of new technology,
What do you got?
Got a flyer today.
Yeah.
Shotgun, double barrel pump action shotgun. We've got some coming. I dreamed about it, but it's actually for real.
Yes.
We've got some coming in. They'll be here in about a week.
And you're going to go shopping
It's a
for
double
it, Mike?
barrel
Are you going to
pump
go shopping
action.
I might go
shotgun.
adopting for
Adopting
it.
for it.
Don't you paint me in that corner, young lady.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. I was
How
really
cool.
excited.
Who's making them?
I don't remember it. I just got the flyer today. And
Yeah,
I said,
I'd be like, take my money.
I ordered
Yeah,
them.
take my money.
They got them in stock. They're delivering them to us.
Double barrel
Pump action shotgun.
I love that. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are
this is
so
awesome.
amazing. And please get on to azfirearms.com or get down to their shop at
215 East Western Avenue in Avondale, Arizona.
It's worth the trip. I'm telling you. I know you East Side people hear Avondale and you think it's Blythe adjacent. No, it is not. It's right up the road. It's just off I-10, and you're going to be happy that you went to this shop. Get down to AZ Firearms. Use some great people, and thank you for your advice on the etiquette, because I think that helps a lot of people. Coming up next, you get out in the desert, don't really know what to do. Maybe you're hungry. Maybe you got a big cut. Are there plants that can help you? Yeah, we got our man Todd Justice back in here. We have 20 plants to go through. Yes, he's got a cooler right here full of plants that you can eat, that you can heal, and that can even chill you out a little bit. Not that kind of plant. Settle down, kids. That's next.